Unemployed and for now lacking a talk show, the ex-governor of Alaska repeats her death panel lie just as Senator Chuck Grassley blames her for the whole pull the plug on grandma hysteria. Our number one story tonight, death panel redux starring Sarah Palin, plus live bidding. Late this afternoon, Palin defending her original comments on death panels after being invited to testify to the New York State Senate Aging Committee by its chairman, Ruben Diaz. Palin posted this would-be testimony on Facebook. A great deal of attention was given to my use of the phrase death panel in discussing such rationing. Despite repeated attempts by many in the media to dismiss this phrase as a myth, its accuracy has been vindicated. The fact is that any group of government bureaucrats that makes decisions affecting life or death is essentially a death panel. You know, like presidents sending American troops into pointless wars. George Bush had a death panel. Roger that. Meanwhile, fellow Republican Chuck Grassley says don't blame him for the whole pull the plug on grandma panic. Blame her.
Well, there's another political leader higher up in the hierarchy that used that than I did. And then the Washington Post or some newspaper later on said something about Sarah Palin, you know. Well, Sarah Palin said that presumably before I said it about the death boards, but I never used the word.
And yes, it gets better. If you'd like to discuss the death panels with the former governor over, say, a nice glass of Pinot Grigio or Mountain Dew, Palin is also offering a dinner for 5 with her and the former first dude. Those interested in dining with the ex-governor and Todd Palin can bid in an auction benefiting Ride to Recovery, a program that helps wounded soldiers. The opening bid is $25,000. Organizers of the auction say the winner will most likely have to transport themselves to and from Alaska to participate in dinner with the Palins. But as the listing on eBay reminds us, the value is priceless. Joining me now, Alaska radio host, contributor to the Huffington Post, Shannon Moore. Good evening, Shannon.
Good evening, Keith.
I should bid, right? What would happen if I bid? What would happen if I won?
Oh, you should. You absolutely should. You could invite David Letterman, Tina Fey, myself, maybe Levi Johnston, and one of two things would happen. Either we could all just not show up,
right,
which she tends to show up, we would show up, and she would stomp out halfway through dinner.
Or we could just not show up and give the money to charity. I'm going to do it. Okay. There's
Fabulous.
It's just open and there are no bids. So I mean, I know you're looking at this upside down, but that's the governor's face right there on eBay, and I've already logged in. I just put in a bid for just slightly more than the minimum. I mean, I'm hoping to get it cheap. Let's find out what happens now. Attention to PayPal. No, it's right. Okay, confirm bid. And pre-approval required. Oh, I must be pre-approved by the seller. Okay, that idea is out the window. Ask seller a question and ask me to add it to the pre-approved list. Okay, well, we'll take care of that off the air. That's so you can see what happens when you do live TV. The death panel talk is back meantime. The governor unaware that the death panels that we currently have, you know, insurance not covering a pre-existing condition or non-coverage due to whatever technicality they can dig up, or the incredible expense death panels. These are the functions of the very free market principles she claims to want. Has she not made that giant logical leap from one to the other?
Well, I don't think she realizes how expensive the free market has become on the American people by any stretch. But, you know, I think it was April 16th, 2008, she had her own sort of healthcare decision day that she came up with. She declared it for Alaskans that it was healthcare decision day. And so, you know, I don't know what the difference between, you know, sitting down with a healthcare provider and talking about how you want the end of your life to look with dignity is different than what she declared for Alaskans when she was governor.
So in other words, this was approval of if she had read this, that somebody else had done this somewhere, she would have concluded that it was leading to euthanasia and death panels and, for all we know, executions.
Yeah, what does she have against, you know, children in Asia? I'm not sure. You know, it was really obvious in reading her Facebook today, and I did post it on the Huffington Post, reading this, that she didn't write this. There were no therefores, alsos, you betchas. All of that was out of there. And it made me wonder, actually, when she declared this, what I really supported, I really did as an Alaskan when she was governor, her health care decision day. I think it's very important for people to have those discussions. You know, it made me wonder if that she even knew what she was doing then, or if that was someone else.
What does it say now about the current state of Sarah Palin's clout in the Republican Party that Chuck Grassley, to defend himself, threw her under the bus?
Well, I think I heard him right. She said it first.
Yes, exactly.
That's what they've come down to. I think what this is the Republicans who want to be reelected are really running away from guano crazy as fast as they can. If they want anyone to vote for them, they've got to sort of distance themselves from the death panels and then from just the sort of, the crazies that we've seen in the last week or so that don't want, a black president talking to their children.
Last point, how much do you think this dinner is going to go for? Is it going to go for $25,000, or is it going to be, where should I bid when I finally get through the bidding process?
Oh, it'll be priceless. We all know that. If she actually shows, and I don't know if you can get pre-approved, Keith, but I think there's probably a line of people that would probably really like to go to dinner with you and the Palins, the former Governor Palin, as she neglected to mention on her Facebook when she signed her death panel clarification notice today.
It's signed Governor Palin?
It is signed Governor Palin.
Oh, she forgot. Alaska radio host, Huffington Post contributor Shannon Moore in Alaska tonight for us. Great. Thanks, Shannon.
Always a pleasure, Keith.